Society punishes men for not being self-accountable. Society does not punish women for not being self-accountable.
See, I'm not gonna lie, I don't agree with what you just said, because 90% of cosmetic surgery is by women. Women are trying to change as much as possible. Men don't want to change.
The women are changing what the men don't care about. The men don't care about the big old lips.
Yes, they do.
And no, they do it. The women are doing that for themselves.
Yeah.
Because the men don't care about it. The men would rather a woman change her stinking attitude and put on all that makeup and hair and everything. That's what the men want. But the women will go out there like, oh, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that. If you look at a man and the man said, yeah, he's fat. The man will mostly, if he's feeling bad about himself, he'll go and hit the gym. What's the woman going to do? Get a BBL, get her lips done, put on her makeup, put on her hair, and stay the big old fat person that she is and say, oh, it's body positivity. The men don't even want that. And the women are not getting all this cosmetic surgery for the men. They're getting it for themselves. You can't turn around. What man wants a woman that's going to turn around, go and have an operation and can't sit on a plane because her arse has been injected or been interfered with? She got to lie there on her stomach. You think the men want that? Or wake up in the morning before you got to hit the house, she's got to put on. I'm sure I worried about some of the men because they must go out with a woman and then when they wake up in the morning they think, who the hell is she?
The scars,
by the time you take everything off, women need to change their attitude before they change their makeup. Because women will go out there and they want to change this, they want to change that, all the things that don't count. The same way women can go out there and learn to put makeup on, learn to cook.
She's right.
For who?
Hey, how you doing again, gang? So today I want to talk about delusional feminist woman. Delusional feminist woman. Now, feminist women are some of the most delusional women on the planet. They're so delusional, it's almost sad to some extent, right? Some of these women are very bitter, angry, wounded, diminished women who make choices and date a particular guy because, like I've said in past videos, feminist women, they date a certain type of guy, right? They date what society calls the perfect guy. Obviously, for most of them, they want tall guys and they want guys who are, doing well for themselves, financially. But what they do is when these women go into a relationship, they go into a relationship head first, right? Without checking the landscape, without even trying to figure out this guy, they go in head first, right? And 9 out of 10 times when they go head first, boom, they hit a rock, right? And when they hit a rock, everything falls apart, right? Because a lot of them go into a relationship with the marry me, marry me, marry me mentality. And when you go into a relationship with the marry me, marry me, marry me mentality, what you're doing is you're setting yourself up. Because now you're going with certain expectations. You're going to think that, oh, after the second or the third date, you should propose. After 6 months, you should propose. Not realizing that if you're not taking the time to find out what he's looking for, then this is the problem, because in your mind you think what he wants and you think, oh, I'm going to give him a lot of sex, or I'm going to buy him stuff, and I'm going to make myself readily available. Those things are good things, but also there is a thing called attitude and there's a thing called your energy, right? And if your attitude is very, like a lot of these staunch feminists, your attitude is very negative towards men, and you're ready to go up against men and try to make man look like you're the monster, but then for him you try to make it look like he's okay. That's a problem, because a lot of times a man, in a relationship and he's viewing a woman in front of him, some of the things he have to ask himself is, by listening to how you talk and your energy tells him a lot. And sometimes these guys don't have to be one of those guys who are, connected in that way where they can pick up on the energy. But sometimes most of the feminist women don't know that the energy they're putting out there. So beyond your poised appearance and, how beautiful you look and how good you smell, that does not change how someone views you and the energy they're getting back. Because sometimes a man can sense the energy of a woman that, listen, it's not going to work, right? It's not going to work. But if he really wants to have sex with you and he sees that you're going to give it up, he's going to stick around. But at the end of the day, he doesn't see wife in you, because the energy in you does not scream wife. The energy in you seems, it shows an opponent, it shows arguing, fighting, headbutting, it shows a toxic relationship. Because most of feminist women breed toxicity. Their whole aura is toxic. right? And every relationship they're going to turns to shit, right? Because they believe that he have to, I don't have to. And when you have that kind of mentality that another person have to and you don't have to do shit, well, that's the problem. A lot of these feminist women think that they can just show up and the man should just break his back and bend over backwards and do everything for her, and she doesn't do shit. And this is why a lot of these feminist women are single. Because look, a lot of these women are attractive. They're good looking women. They carry themselves very nicely, right? But their attitude, their energy is what is the breaking point. They're delusional in thinking that, oh, but if I just show up and I give him good head and I give him good sex and I buy him stuff and I show him I'm interested, he's going to want to be interested in me. But you can show interest all you want, but if your energy stinks, it doesn't matter what energy, it doesn't matter what you're showing up and whatever you're doing, because if your energy is not on point, everything else is going to go out the window, because your energy speaks before your word. Somebody can walk into the room and their whole energy affects the room. Somebody with a shitty attitude and a negative attitude, the once they walk into the room, people pick that up. You ever hear people say, I just don't know what is that person, but there's something ain't right? That's the energy speaking. And that's what you bring to the relationship. A lot of women go to the relationship, a lot of these feminist women go to the relationship, and they go into the relationship waiting for him to fuck up and say, okay, that's why I'm not going to stay. And because they're so guarded, it doesn't leave any room for anything to grow. Everything that goes to them turns to shits, because when you're a toxic person and you breathe toxicity everywhere you go, and everybody that you affect, they breathe that, they sense that off you, and they want nothing to do with you. Okay, so that's what I want to say on this video. If you need more, you can tune into my channel, Masculine Revolution. If you have a comment, drop it in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up, and then I'll see you on the next video. See you then.